Alright, so they've just opened the first set of gates. Lets you into the entrance to the park. There's a second gate up here where you have to choose between Ferrari Land or PortAventura. So there's the first of my Woody the Woodpeckers here at PortAventura. So I hear that there are woodpeckers everywhere. Plus I got some cheap IP there to use. It's kind of fun. I grew up with Woody. So we'll see how much fun we can have here. So far the park is gorgeous. So here's the entrance to Ferrari Land. It's a totally separate gate than the rest of the park. Here's a little, I think we enter in the Mediterranean area. You can go over to the PortAventura Hotel. But here we enter out into the little lake. There is Shambhala and Kahn. And over here we'll have Furious Baco. It's a really pretty little area. I came in last night when I couldn't see much. It was covered in people and they had fireworks and things. I was so tired I didn't bring my camera and just kind of walked around and enjoyed myself as much as I could. The theming in this park, it really is incredible. I watched another video where a guy just kept going on and on about the theming and everything, but it really is. It is a beautiful, beautiful park. Really, and I think it maybe needs a couple more coasters to be elite, but I mean, this is a European park, and this is about as many credits as you're gonna get in one of them. But still, just really like this place. It's pretty, the weather is beautiful, love it. What you just heard was Furious Baco running. It wasn't running last night when I was here. I was curious if it was going to be running at all during this trip, but it looks like I'm going to get it. I've heard it is a headbanger and really, really rough. Kind of got a little bit of a headache now, so I'm going to take some Excedrin and hopefully be okay afterwards. It feels like the same type of music you would hear in a Mediterranean or European area of any amusement park. But the thing is, we're actually in the Mediterranean, which makes this pretty cool. Gonna do Furious Baco first. Look at those ride times. Wow, that is a lot of weights. Furious Baco, an hour and 50 minutes. Holy moly. Wow, this is the express lane for Furious Baco. It is a long, long, long line for an express lane. Alright, so Furious Baco is supposed to be in the Mediterranean area, and so it's in the vineyard area, and look at what they have. They have a vineyard in the queue. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. It's very pretty. Okay guys, so I just got off of Furious Baco. I rode it on the third row on the outside on the left, and it was fantastic. I had a great ride. I've heard a lot of people complain about how shaky it is, and as I watch it, I can see some of the cars that are more shaky than others, particularly 2 and 4. 3 wasn't too bad. I didn't feel like I was going to get a headache from it. I took some Excedrin just in case, and the line took about 25 minutes to wait in that was the express queue. So with the regular one that's listed as a 2-hour wait right now, which that would be ridiculous for a 20-second ride. I wanted a lot more out of the length of the ride, but man, it was fun. I'd do it again, and I definitely will. All right, I'm going to be leaving the Mediterranean area, I think, making my way to wherever this next part is. The one thing I'd add about Furious Baco is that the operations on it were really, really slow. It took forever in between trains, so a little line can become a long wait, just because they don't cycle very many. It's nice coming and being a single rider because I got to go about 20 people ahead of me because of being a single rider, so that was nice. So over here, I'm going to head into, there's the Far West, which I don't know what that is. If that's America, or they got Mexico this way. So I don't know. I'm heading this direction. I know we've got Polynesia coming up here. A really nice looking bridge. And now we're kind of entering a tropical area. Aloha Polynesia. So, aloha. It's funny, I've seen a lot of people wearing shirts that have random animals saying aloha. My favorite was a tiger wearing sunglasses saying aloha. But then there's also a kangaroo saying aloha. Neither of which are from Hawaii, but, aloha. Love Hawaii. Wish I was actually there right now. It's actually a pretty warm day. Might be, looks like these have the new nose that don't send the water up onto the bridge. But still, people there got plenty wet. One thing I haven't seen in anybody's video is Dino Escape 4D. I'm wondering if this is what used to be the 4D ride for Ice Age that I saw a lot of people reviewing. Maybe they've replaced it with Dino Escape. I haven't really paid attention to the 4D rides and what's here and what's coming and leaving. Looks like the lines have actually gone down a little bit. Furious Baco was an hour and 50 earlier to 2 hours, and now it says an hour. So just a really, really well-themed park. I love all of the cool trees and everything that in this climate they're actually probably all mostly real for the Polynesian. It's really pretty. So we're going to be going into the Sesame Street area. Oh, sorry. Wow, this is really, really packed kids area. But it's really, really well themed. Like really nice. Everything's really pretty and well constructed. I love this tree up here. Whoa, it's got moving eyes. Not creepy, but just surprising. Shambhala. One of the things I love about this park, from what I've seen and what I'm seeing now, is how Shambhala and Dragon Kahn are just right here, right next together. In the pictures, it makes it look like they have a jumble of roller coasters. They really don't have as many as it looks like in the pictures when they show those two together. But still, fantastic. Really, really hoping I can get to ride both of them. All right, so I got to get on Shambhala, and let me tell you, those seats are tight. It's the same type of harness that I saw at Goliath at Six Flags Over Georgia, but man, it is a lot tighter. I had to get assistance to fit, so if you are a even slightly large person, or large, it's actually more about your thighs. If your thighs are of any size at all, you're gonna have a really hard time riding this ride. Just getting on it. Luckily, I didn't have to do the walk of shame today. Maybe after I eat lunch, I might have to. Never know where that food probably just goes and sits on my thighs or something. But I'm gonna go ride it one more time before I go get a bite to eat. Okay, overall, Shambhala, wow. I actually prefer it to Red Force here. There's just a fantastic hypercoaster. When you think it's over, you would think that, coming into the splashdown area that the ride would be getting over, but no, it just keeps going. There's a whole nother segment. The splashdown maybe is 2/3 of the ride through the ride. It packs a ton of thrill into its ride, and I really can't wait to ride it again. For as long as they keep letting me on the ride, I'm going to keep riding it here because, God, it's fantastic. Even this ride, it's just you think it's just a normal drop tower, but it is an intense drop tower. It's very forceful when it drops you, and I love it. And you come into this little Mayan area, and it's really neat. So this is Mexico, if you were wondering where in the park we were. So I'm just got off of El Diablo. It's the mine train here, and it was just okay. It was fun. Don't know if I'll do it again. It's just a pretty standard mine train. I like Thunderation at Silver Dollar City a whole lot more than this. The layout is really weird. It has 3 different lift hills, all kind of have a mediocre drop. Nothing like some of the other mine trains that are around. But, I mean, it's fun. It's good to get the credit, and it's kind of a fun little ride. Still, it makes part of the coaster collection here, PortAventura, and helps with all the fun here at the park. All right, so we're leaving the Mexico portion of the park, and we're going into China. I'm going back to get Dragon Kahn. It wasn't operating earlier when I went to ride it, so I went and got some lunch. They've got a little replica of the Great Wall as you walk through here. It's a really pretty open area. I could see it when I was riding Shambhala. Just kind of want to go out on that grass and lay out and take a break, but no, I'm here for you guys. Passing through the gate here. Look at Dragon Kahn go. Now, it's another one that I've heard is really not very smooth. So we'll see how my head does. I'm usually pretty susceptible to getting headaches on these rides, but we'll just have to see. Right, it's an express lane for Dragon Kahn. I really like the way they've done the express lane here. It backs up a little bit, but even when like on Shambhala, when it's been backed up, it moved really quickly. So I just rode Dragon Kahn for the first time. It's a really, really good coaster. I really enjoyed it. It was really smooth, way smoother than everyone had told me it would be. I liked it a lot. I'm gonna go ride it again. Ended up getting front row. I didn't have to use my gold pass yet, so I still have that I'm probably gonna save that for tomorrow. Ride everything in the front row once. Fantastic place so far. I think there's only 2 coasters left to get. What a great place. So over here, earlier I rode this. This is Tomahawk. It's actually their kids' wooden roller coaster, and it's really good. I was really surprised. They let anybody ride it. They had no problem with me being the single person riding it with no kids. It's a good little coaster. I enjoyed it tremendously. It is right next to Stampede, so a lot of people I noticed were going into Tomahawk thinking that it was Stampede and then leaving. So just be aware that those are 2 different roller coasters. Now we are entering America. Can you tell? Everything is Americanized. Got Cactus Jack's ring toss, Yankee Doodle carousel. That's not the name of it. I've just made the name. There's not a ton of. There's no real big rides in America that I've seen, or Far West, whatever they call it. I got a Wild Wild West area. Earlier when I walked through, they were playing some of the most hideous country music. I really felt like I needed to apologize for America because of how bad the music was that was playing. But I'm not hearing it right now, so that's good.
Oye, Winnie, dime qué te parece, cómo lo están dando todo aquí delante, cómo están bailando. ¿Seguimos? Porque no bajamos a la playa para así practicar. Pronto por la mañana iremos acércate. A ver esa cintura, vamos, porque mi cintura necesita tu ayuda. No lo tengo en las venas y no la puedo controlar. Y nos vamos para abajo.
The log flume ride. Lumber? Is that really the name, or is it? Oh, it's Silver River Flume, not lumber. That's easy to confuse. Kind of cool little bridge heading into America, or it's keeping us in America. See, I've been walking quite a while, and I'm still there. Whoa! No, 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 no! Have done all of the coasters here. This place is really, really cool, and definitely if you're in Europe or in Spain and you can make it down to Salou, I highly recommend coming to PortAventura. It was a blast.